What's up, people? This is your boy Lou. You know what it is, Wrestling Tube 101. This is a preview of the TNA X Division pay-per-view Destination X coming up this Sunday. This should be a good show. Some of the matches on the card, we're probably going to get a couple of random matches, but the majority of it, we at least know in advance. The first two matches on the card, we really don't have too much build for, but the rest of the card, we know enough about. And I'm going to buy this pay-per-view. It'd be the first pay-per-view from TNA I've bought since Victory Road. All the other ones I've watched are either been live stream, or I've watched a replay, or I've went to a friend's house that I ordered it. The first show I bought since Victory Road. It means a lot. You people should buy this show. Alright, we're going to have Samoa Joe versus Kazarian. It should be a great match. The Ultimate X with Alex Shelley, Shannon Moore, Robbie, and Amazing Red to determine the #1 contender for the X Division title. It should be a great fucking match. The contract match for the contract signing. Zima Ion, Jack Evans, Low-Key, Austin Aries. Jack Evans, Low-Key, and Austin Aries are all fucking phenomenal. Zima Ion, I can't speak much for, but I think it's going to be a great match. Once again, it's going to be fucking phenomenal. No pun intended for AJ Styles. Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam should be a fucking great match between two great vets and pioneers of the X Division. That's some real shit. Brian Kendrick versus Abyss for the title. This is the only match that I'm looking forward to that I'm kind of bummed out about because Abyss is in it. Abyss should not be the X Division champion right now, but at least, or hopefully he'll lose the title. Brian Kendrick should make this match watchable. He should make this match have some sort of pace, and hopefully Abyss will work with them so the match is very entertaining, has the crowd on their fucking feet. And of course, AJ Styles versus Daniels. This match can easily be the match of the night. Although there's plenty of other matches. All the other multiple man matches could be the matches of the night. Who the fuck knows? This pay-per-view is going to be fucking amazing. TNA has done, like, if I had to give the rating of 1 through 10 of how good they've done in building up this pay-per-view, I would give them a 7. Now, a lot of you would probably be like, oh, that's kind of low, you know, because you on the last review of the TNA you did for the last TNA Impact, you give it an A-, and you've given a couple of shows really good grades and things of that nature, even though you've given a couple of lower grades and whatnot. The reason I've given a lot of high grades to some of those shows is because some of those shows, they did so much better than the previous shows, or anything better than the last year and a half or so, ever since Hogan and Bischoff came in, up until about January, February this year. That's when things started to kind of improve. So when I'm giving this show that great of a rating is because I'm not comparing it to indie wrestling or WWE or anything like that. It's just that in terms of TNA and the product that they were putting out for the last year, it's much better. Now, a couple of the shows I thought were comparable to what they were putting out last year, with the X Division getting buried and things of that nature. But at the same time, I even said in those videos, at least they're getting featured. But I wasn't flunking those shows. I was giving them C's and whatnot, C-. I wasn't giving them F's, so I wasn't flunking any of the shows. The build-up has been relatively good. It hasn't been great, but it's been good. And that's better to say than anything they've done from any of the last pay-per-views or any of the last shows, period, building up for any pay-per-view in the last year and a half. Maybe even since 2009. There's storylines. There's going to be great wrestling. Everyone needs to get this pay-per-view. If nobody buys this pay-per-view, we're never going to get any more X Division. We're never going to get any more six-sided ring. We're never going to get the great storylines that we want. Okay, Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan are trying to appease the so-called internet crowd, which everyone has the internet. So it's actually 100% of the fucking fan base. I don't know why the fuck they have 10%. It's fucking the whole goddamn thing. But Big's trying to appease who he thinks is the 10% of the internet fans. He's trying to appease to us, and if we don't buy it, and we just stream it and whatnot, we're never going to get any more good out of the damn company. It's going to go back to being how it was last fucking year. And the year before that, alright? We had great wrestling at one time. Now we're getting it back. Okay? And if we buy it, and the pay-per-view gets a good review, and people like it, and they make good money on the buy rates, and they're happy, and then the shows start to get better ratings because people start watching the shows, maybe it'll continue. Maybe the old guys will get buried to the bottom and forgotten. Who knows? It's just a possibility. In the X Division and the Heavyweight Division. I'm just saying, people, if you people really care about the company, after all the bitching everyone has done, including myself, and granted I've given TNA the praises for the good things they've done, but I've given my fair share of bitching. For everything I've bitched for, I need to buy this. There's been a couple of people that have made videos about this, and I'm just saying this because I have not scripted this video, and this is on my mind because I agree with people like Deluxe Man, because, oh, by the way, his video is in the description box if you want to check it out. If nobody buys it, they're never going to keep up the good work. And I've talked about this in previous videos that I've made about. I made a whole video which I'll also put in the description box as well. My thoughts about pay-per-view and what can happen at it, the good and the bad, and what can happen after it, the good and the bad. And that's one of the things I spoke about. And it's a very true statement. If they don't make the money that they want, like Vince McMahon does, they're not going to be happy. Okay? If the show gets only 5,000 buys, which is much about as Dragon Gate or ROH gets, they're not going to be happy. They don't want indie show buys. But let's say they get at least maybe, I don't know, 10,000 buys. Maybe they'd be happy. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I hope they know they're not going to get 1 million buys off this pay-per-view. There's a lot of people that don't watch TNA anymore because they hate what it's become so bad. But maybe after the good that some people have been giving it and whatnot the last, I don't know, couple of months, like me and whatnot, hopefully it'll convince some of these people that have been missing what TNA was to buy this pay-per-view. And maybe it'll influence them to start watching again. We can influence TNA, people. We can influence TNA to keep doing what they're doing and not bury it back down to the bottom. Alright? You know what it is, people. It's your boy Lou Wrestling Tube. I want to go ahead and stop there. Leave comments, video responses. Let me know what you think about the card itself. If you think it's going to be good, if you think it's going to suck. I don't want to give my predictions. Honestly, with the exception of Brian Kedrick and Abyss, and I want Brian Kedrick to win, the rest of the card, with the exception of Robbie E, me not wanting him to win in the Ultimate X match, I don't care who wins on the other matches. I don't care. It's going to be a phenomenal pay-per-view. When the pay-per-view is over, I'm probably going to give it an A+. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I might not. It depends. You know, but I really think this pay-per-view is going to be great. If there's anything that's going to knock it down in any kind of rating for me, it's going to have to be a lot, because it's going to remind me so much of being back in the day and remind me of what I wanted. Because I've only been talking about it in the last like 6-7 videos I've done on TNA. Just saying. It's what I want. I know it's what you people want. Buy the damn show. Make them happy. So they'll keep us happy and we can stop complaining. Alright? You know what it is? Oh, and then people like Eric Bischoff can stop complaining about us, and people can stop labeling us as complainers and a bunch of morons, and we can stop being a bunch of hypocrites to the mainstream industry as they say we are. Okay? You know what it is, people. Subscribe. Peace.